For the month of August 2025, these are the tickers that I'm watching: nVent, NVT, Coin, and Costco, COST. My name is Jeff. Straight out of high school, I completed 8 years in the United States Marine Corps. Then I was a CDLA truck driver, and I've been trading options for the last 3.5 years. I've got this Truckers Who Trade community you can join if you'd like. Shall you be my first member? Well, thank you in advance. Trading is risky. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comment section based on the analysis that I'm about to make. I've got 3 tickers to go over. Let's jump into the chart. All right. The first stock we start with is NVT. They're called nVent, and what they do is basically they make things that protect power electrical systems like boxes and cables. So they keep all the wiring safe for like buildings, power grids, etc. In the age of AI with data centers being built left and right, I see why this company stock is going up. I understand. It makes sense. It's logical a little bit, but we don't really care for the reason why it's going up. At least I don't. I just care that it's going up. And look at this. We start on the weekly chart here. On the top right corner, that's my weekly. That's on the left is my hour, and the 5 minute and the 1 hour. I mean the 1 minute. I like it like this because it gives me a big picture view. But we start on the weekly chart, and let's see if we can maximize this sell. Look at this weekly chart. So ever since April 7th, this has been going up, which is great. Look at all these weeks. Each candle represents a week, and it's going up, and it just broke all-time highs right here this week. We dropped down to the daily, and look at this. Bam. It's like, hey guys, we've been going up. This is what this gap is an alert to me. But let's look back at the previous few days. Each day represents a candle. So you see how it's trending up like in a 45-degree angle like that? This is absolute strength to the upside, and I love this. This represents institutional buying. Someone's been holding this price up over all of this time since basically April, the end of April. Been holding this price up. Let's zoom out. Look at it. Boom. Now, I'm eyeing this for August because I'm expecting, I don't know what's to happen up here for sure because I'm a probabilistic trader, but my overall perspective is to go long with this, but I believe that this might come back down. It just signaled a bunch of longs. It's going to come back down, catch all the early, like crush all the early birds. I would love to take it on a ride back up. That's what I'm looking for in the month of August. Now, the other thing that this could do is just stay above 50% of this candle, this daily candle. It just stays above here, builds another base. It might go up, down, up, down, up, down, build another base, and that would be interesting. I would catch it at the bottom and hopefully catch a tiny little swing up. But we shall see. NVT, nVent. They had outstanding earnings. That's why it shot up like this. Beautiful. On my radar for August. How about you? Are you going to consider this? What are your thoughts on NVT? Let me know in the comment section. Next, we have Coin. And Coin, unlike NVT, is a little bit interesting. Even though we see on a weekly chart over here this big bearish candle, this could go either way. And right now, I've got a giant question mark on what Coin is going to do. I don't believe it might go down or up yet. I'm unsure. But it is definitely on my watch list because once it decides actually where to go, I think it'll be a good opportunity for a quick swing scalp. Maybe hold it for a few days. Let's drop down to the daily chart. Look. If you look to the left, you see all of this junk over here. That's where it just escaped from, reached a high, and then boom, gap down here back into this junk area. So from here, what is it going to do? Is it going to use this as a platform and attack the highs again? Or is it going to slowly sink down into this junk area and get back to this other junk area? Who knows? But what I'd like to see is an immediate bounce up or a slow, gradual sink down. If it sinks down, I'm holding for the short. Maybe a few weeks. We'll see. We shall see. Costco, everybody's favorite stock. It just keeps going up and up and up, right? Well, on this weekly chart, it looks like Costco's stalling out. Look at all this junk, this zigzaggy action. It's indecisive. It doesn't really know where it's going on the weekly chart. It's been going up, but then once it got to, what is this? No, November 4th, 2024. Once it got to this point, it's just been in this little chop action. So a lot of people have been suffering in here. A lot of new money longs. They're just stuck because the price hasn't really kind of faked them out a little bit. This white line right here is the 50 SMA on my chart. And notice how price has closed below that. First, it broke below. It appears to retest it, and now it's below that on the weekly chart. I don't like that very much. So, for the most part, I'm a very cautious long. And here's why. We drop down to the daily chart. In this particular trade, I wouldn't stay in it for very, very long because look at all this mess. If you look to your left, it's just a bunch of junk. You'll just get chopped up in this. I like when it's clean. You see on the 1 hour? On the daily chart, in the weekly chart like this, when it's choppy, you just got to catch shorter term little swings so you don't get murdered in this blender. Anywho, so zoom into the daily. Why I think it could go up? Because I like this clean down move. This very clean absolute strength move, and then these two daily candles are reclaiming several highs of the last few candles on the daily chart. This blue line is the 20 EMA. What I would like to see within the month of August for Costco is for price to go up above this 20 on the daily chart, the 20 EMA on the daily chart, come back to that 20 and then bounce back up again. Then I would take a swing long, maybe hold it a week max, because we might go and try to test this 50 SMA or the bottom of this. What is this? The June 18 lows or this June 18 pivot. It kind of came from this high, it bounced, went up to this 50. Fell below it, and if it comes back, it could test this or just test the 50. They might be the same level by the time price gets to this. I don't know. We shall see. But anyways, that's why I'm a cautious long, because of the daily. But I wouldn't stay in too long because of the weekly. Look at this. It just makes you want to puke. Chop. But yeah, if what happens on the daily chart, what I just described on the daily chart, what it would look like on the weekly, price would be above the 50 SMA, this white line right here. Price will be above it. But those are my three picks: NVT, Coin, and Costco. Those are the last two. They're in very key points, very key inflection points. They haven't really screamed at me a direction, but they have a lot of promise based on where they are. This could flush down hard or shoot up high. And the same is true for Coin. But NVT, I'm definitely going long. But the other two, it could go either way, which is a great opportunity to wait and allow the trade to come to us. What are your thoughts? In the comment section, let me know. Is my analysis spot on? Do you have a different perspective? Okay, let's recap. We had nVent, which is NVT. Then we had Coin. Then we had Costco. These are just my thesis. If you have your own, I'd like to hear them in the comment section. Remember to trade intelligently. Always know your exits before you enter. Take your profits, honor your exits, and join my community.